part of my spring cleaning today was this other pile that was in the office, which was all these toys that people have bought us over the years that are totally appropriate for Kyle, but he doesn't play with them appropriately. So all these puzzles and things with pieces that he eats, and all pegs and little pieces of things and things like this. And so there was tons of them sitting around. And what usually happens is somebody will buy us something like this, and we'll be thrilled, and we'll open it and try to play with it with the king appropriately, and then get frustrated early on when he doesn't want to play with it appropriately and wants to just put them in his mouth. These especially, these things, they're so chewy. So then they get thrown in a pile and sit in that pile for a long time. So basically going through this stuff today was very guilt-ridden, because you see toys and things that, maybe at one point he did play with appropriately and then he lost that skill, or never play with appropriately and somebody spent a lot of money on it, and here it is sitting in a bag. So right now it's sitting in a bag, and it'll probably go to the basement and sit in a bag for another year. And then one of us will go through it and say, toss or keep or give to our niece who's studying to be a speech pathologist. And all this stuff, in a speech pathologist's hands would be great. But in our hands, I'm being honest, we don't have the patience that speech pathologists have. So every time we try to sit down and do, one of these puzzles with him, it gets very frustrating very quickly, because he doesn't play with it appropriately. He just chews it. So they end up in a bag, in a pile, in our office. But now they're going to the basement. So there you go. Oh, there's one of these guys talking. That's so freaky. What do they call these guys? Freaky. Anyway, so we were home most of the day. Wifey was doing a lot of laundry. The king was hanging out, and I was cleaning up the office and also rotating in and out some of the king's favorite toys. So this is one of his favorites that we talked about once before.
Hi, kids. Welcome to
Somehow he's attracted to all the toys that are probably seizure triggers. Let me look at this thing. If that's not a seizure trigger, I don't know what it is. But anyway, so here's... Well, let's turn this damn thing off.
Jewelry. Come and visit the town again. Goodbye.
Goodbye. This is the bag of everything that Wifey's given to school for tomorrow. As you can see, a box of Cheerios or Joe's. There's his towel and his blanket, because unfortunately, as you know, he's going to take naps in school because he has seizures. And that's part of the course, so we just have to be prepared for it. Sad, but part of the course. But that's the big bag of stuff that goes with him. Here's the other toy that the king was thrilled that I put new batteries in. It used to have legs, but he's too big for it with the legs, so we take the legs off, and he was happy to play with it. But it's got tons of little things that are spinning, and he had a little mini seizure before when he was playing with it, and I don't know if the toy is to blame, so I took it away from him, and he communicated very clearly that he wanted the toy back by grabbing my hand and bringing me to the closet, so I had to give it back to him, because he did good communicating, which is always good, and I can't be positive that it was this toy that caused the seizure, because that's not like him to have definite triggers. Anyway, I'm babbling, but this was another toy that I put batteries in today as part of my spring cleaning duties, even though it's the fall, and he was very happy to see it. It's me again. So it's around 9:05. I've been recording off and on for about 2 hours now, and then just spent about half an hour trying to splice it all together. First time ever doing one of these, so it took me a little longer. Anyway, as I'm putting it together, I'm thinking this is really not that interesting, but y'all seem to like the slice of life, day in the life kind of stuff, even as mundane as it is, so I figure some of you might like this. So I'm going to end it here, but I just wanted to say thank you everyone for your amazing support along the way. This Autism Daddy thing has been a wild ride, and I don't comment often, but I'm really having a good time with it, and I still to this day can't believe that 96,000 people are following it, and I don't say it often, but I appreciate every one of you, and thank you so much for all your support and all your emails and all your notes and messages, and I don't comment often, but I read everything, and I think about everyone, and I just don't want to comment on everything because I don't want to have the blog rule my life. But thank you for everything, and here I am babbling again. So I'm going to end it there. I hope you enjoyed this this video blog, and I hope your kid has a good first couple of weeks in school, and say a prayer that the king does. Tomorrow is day number 1 of what would be, I guess, 6th grade. Something we don't even think about. Let me think about that. Yeah, he'd be in 6th grade. But anyway, take care. Autism Daddy out. One last look at the king sleeping in his bed on the seizure monitor. Okay, now I'm out. Now it's over and done. Bye.